start, I just want to say one thing. Chicago.
Come
Not
on.
left side, not right side. Chi-town, you guys show up and show out today. And I'm so proud of you guys. It's going to be amazing. So now, to start, I just want to ask you a few simple questions. And all I want is that you're absolutely honest with me. Okay? So this is not time to be shy, humble, or modest. Just absolute honesty. Who here want to make millions and millions of dollars? Raise your hand real high if that's you. Come on now. Okay. That's why we're here, right? Now, who here want to bring joy and happiness to millions and millions of people all around the world? Raise your hand real high. Let me hear you.
Let's go!
Yeah. Now, who also want to be known globally and being the absolute best at what you do? Raise your hand real high. One more time. I like that. Last question, but definitely most important. Who here knows that by achieving all of these things, you will have the most fulfilling, happiest life you could ever have? One more time for me. So, what if I tell you that there was once a man who had all of this and more, yet was still feeling so much emptiness and pain inside that he ended up taking his own life. His name was Robin Williams. Now, Robin needs no introduction. Good Morning Vietnam, Jumanji, Good Will Hunting. He was a multi-millionaire, Academy Award winner, beloved by millions. Probably make people laugh harder than almost anyone in history. He got the fame, the wealth, the recognition. Yet on August 11, 2014, Robin Williams took his own life. Now, this news shook me to my core. Not just because I lost a child hero, but also because I could not understand how could someone who brought so much joy can turn out to be carrying so much pain inside. Not long after, another news hit. Anthony Bourdain, world-renowned chef, paid millions and millions of dollars just to travel around the world and eat the most amazing food, living what most of us who call the dream life. Yes, on June 8, 2018, he too took his own life. Now, celebrity death has long been a very weird part of our culture. We hear the news, we mourn, watch the tribute, or quickly move on. But these shows hit different. Not just because how beloved Robin and Anthony was, but because they shattered the illusion of success we all carry. They were at the very peak of success, exactly where we think happiness and fulfillment is supposed to be. But it wasn't enough. Their story shows the truth. That success without inner peace destroy you from the inside. Chicago, what's the point of having success if you're not there to enjoy it?
100%.
So, Paul invited me to speak today for a very, very specific reason. It's because he knows that by you showing up today with all your energy and enthusiasm like you have the last 2 days, but you taking action to become a highly paid speaker, your success is not possible, it's guaranteed. So the question is not, will you succeed? It's will that success fulfill you or will that break you? And I'm here to make sure it's the former. My name is Truong. I'm an inner transformational coach, a mental clarity expert. I work with successful yet restless high performer, find balance and enter flow state, so that you can not only perform at your peak, but also experience lasting inner peace. And for the last 10 years, I have immersed myself in study of mental health, personal development, human performance. I'm also a professionally trained coach from one of the top coaching institutions in the world, called Active Training Institute, trusted by over 1/3 of Fortune 100 company. And through my Flow Mastery coaching program, I work with high performers across the whole industry, from sales executive to musician, life coach, even a handsome UFC fighter.
Let's go!
See, on the surface, the life, the struggle, their goals, all different. But deep down inside, they all felt the same emotion, like we all do. They felt lost, burnt out, confused. They all questioned, what's the point of everything I'm doing? I know this feeling firsthand. I was born and raised in Vietnam, and at 18, I achieved what felt like an impossible dream, earning a full ride scholarship to study in the US. Then I went on to get my bachelor, my master, civil engineering, already both with high honor. And then within 5 years, I rose to the highest entry position of my company. By my 20, I was already making well into 6 figures, and owning multiple real estate property. Everything looked great on the outside, yes? Basically American dream. But here's what no resume will ever tell you. At 18, shortly after achieving my lifelong dream, I thought about ending my life. I was completely lost, completely overwhelmed. I have left everything and everyone I knew behind. And at 18, I just couldn't handle the fact that the next person I know and the next person I call family was actually 10,000 miles away. And how did my depression look like, you might ask? Well, beside the fact that I was down to 120 pounds because I could not eat. That's right. Put me through Truong wind and all the way back to Vietnam. Probably why I never traveled to Chicago back then. But it also showed up as straight A. It showed up as honor roll. It showed up as me locking myself in the library every single day from 5 a.m. to midnight. Not because I love studying or was hardworking, but because I was utterly afraid. I was afraid of facing my emotion, afraid of losing my scholarship, afraid of failure. And also because I was praying that maybe, just maybe, if my accomplishments were shiny and bright enough on the outside, nobody can see how broken I am on the inside. And this pattern followed me throughout my career. Project after project, promotion after promotion. Outside, success. Inside, empty. And over the years, I learned that this story is not unique to me. That this is the story of many high performers. It might be the story that you have lived through. Because sadly, those who shine the brightest are often the most broken. Which is why we're currently living in what I call the broken success pandemic. So, let's look at what we're dealing with. According to Harvard's Business Review, 96% of senior leaders report experiencing burnout, 33% of those report extreme burnout, and 70% reporting serious executives suffering from severe stress. This is no longer deception. This has now become the norm. And according to UC Berkeley, high performers are twice more likely to struggle with depression, 6 times more likely with ADHD, and get this, 10 times more likely to struggle with bipolar disorder, and 3 times more likely with substance abuse. But you know what even more alarming than all of this? It's the cost our children are paying. Research shows adult children of workaholic parents are significantly higher risk for depression and anxiety. And 1 in 3 adults grew up with at least one workaholic parent, meaning emotional absence and compulsive overwork is now generational trauma. And here's what the stats don't show you. The late night turning to distant, the family growing apart, children growing up with absent parents, insomnia, constant overthinking, the list go on and on and on. But I want to be very, very clear. I'm not here to tell you that success is bad. On the contrary, I believe that there's immense power in financial success. Financial freedom gives us leverage, gives us choice, it gives us the ability to create impact beyond ourselves. After all, we are all here so that we can make more, to give more, yes?
Yes.
But what I am telling you is that success without inner peace is nothing short of a ticking time bomb.
Yep.
So the real question is not, well, how do I achieve more? The real question is, how do I build success on a foundation that doesn't suddenly collapse? And that's exactly where flow state come in. So, what is flow? You heard this before. Athletes call this being the zone. Think of Michael Jordan, final, game 6. Chicago, you've known and seen this more than anyone in this world. That's right. Give it up for the GOAT. Come on now. Also think of Tom Brady, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods. This is when they say, I wasn't thinking, my body just knew exactly what to do. And it's not just athlete. Picasso reportedly could be painting for hours before realizing time had passed. J.K. Rowling actually said that the Harry Potter book practically wrote themselves, where the characters show up and see what's only there to record it. So by mainstream definition, flow has always been defined as effortless effort. This is where total absorption becomes live focus. This is where self-doubt fade away and time disappears. And this is where minimum effort brings maximum result. This is a great definition. However, the only issue is that flow has always been exclusively tied to peak performance. You could be in complete flow at work, but in complete disconnected at home. That's not flow. That's optimized burnout. True flow. True flow, and the flow I'm here talking about is flow in every single moment of your life. Imagine feeling what Michael Jordan feeling on the court in every single thing that you do. Because true flow is a way of living. It shows up in how you love, how you rest, in how you take care of your family, in how you walk, in how you wash dishes. Because when flow becomes your natural state, life feels effortless. What once drained you now energize you. The decisions that once paralyzed you now come with clarity. And flow doesn't just make your life better. The impact is about the people around you. Your team gets your best leadership. Your client gets your best creativity. And your family gets your best version. Now here's the good news. Flow is already your nature. You already got it. Think of yourself as a river. It is the river nature to flow. A river doesn't need discipline, doesn't need motivation, definitely doesn't need more knowledge. It simply flows. But what stops it is the block and the debris that get in the way. Block of constant anxiety, limiting belief, technology addiction, you name it. Once you identify and remove these blocks, you return to flow naturally and effortlessly. So, I want you to write this down because this is absolutely important. Flow is not something you achieve. Flow is something you return to. Which begs the question, how do we return to flow? And well, there are many ways, and I'll go over this in my coaching program. It's really boiled down to 3 fundamental shifts. Just 3. But before we go any further, I want to have a real quick conversation about the word fundamental. Because nothing in this world is more neglected, yet more critical than the fundamental. If you ask Michael Jordan, ask Kobe Bryant, ask Steph Curry, what makes them great? It will not be the dunk from the free throw line or the step back three from the logo. It will be the fact that they practice the fundamental more often, more rigorous, and better than anybody else. True mastery coming from mastering the fundamental. But most of us neglected this. We must rather chase something that's fancy, that's trending, that looks good on social media. That's why we signed up for a 5-day workshop, a 10-day retreat. We would do hot yoga, do cold plunges. We climb up a mountain, climb down a cave, travel to India. We go anywhere and do anything to find peace and flow, except for staying here now. And yes, of course, you found your inner peace at the end of the retreat. You were in Costa Rica, drinking margarita. You were meditating, getting massages for 10 days straight. Yes, you got your inner peace. But the moment you get back home, get an I-90, somebody cuts you off, and suddenly it's, oh, you this and that, and whatever that we say, right? And then you go, where did my inner peace go? Wait a minute. I thought I just had it. Guess I'm going on a retreat. And that's the cycle. We keep doing this because as long as we keep chasing peace and flow and something outside of us, we will never find it. We can only return to flow by living the fundamental. Not knowing, not understanding, living the fundamental. Because I promise you, Chicago, if you practice the exact fundamental I'm about to share with you over and over again, long enough and often enough, and soon enough, you feel experience a level of peace and flow that nobody could even dream of. That can guarantee you. So Chicago, are you ready to learn the fundamental?
Yeah.
Oh, Chicago, I know you do better. Are you ready to learn the fundamental? Yeah. Let's get it. So I'm gonna go too fast. I want to provide as much value as I can for you guys. So take note and pay attention. Yes?
Yes.
Fundamental shift number 1. Total acceptance of what is. Flow can only exist when we are not swimming against the current. The moment you resist reality, flow get blocked. This is when you say, this shouldn't be happening, or I shouldn't be feeling this way. It's maybe that promotion you worked so hard for but didn't get. Or that relationship you thought would last but ended. See, inner resistance creates friction, and flow cannot exist where friction is. The moment you start fighting reality, the moment you start wasting energy fighting what's already is, flow returns naturally. But I want to be very clear. Total acceptance does not mean passivity. It does not mean non-action. It does not mean resignation. What does mean is that now your actions start coming from panic or frustration and start coming from clarity. Which is why the legendary Bruce Lee once said, I know we got a few Bruce Lee fans in the house. Yeah. Be water, my friend. You put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a bottle, it becomes the bottle. Water doesn't resist or fight the shape it's put into, and that exactly makes it why so powerful. Fundamental shift number 2, be present in the moment. Flow can only exist in the here and now. And thus you can only exit it from the here and now. Not tomorrow, not when the conditions are perfect, not when you have figured things out. But most of our life, we spend our time living somewhere else, either past or future. But what most people fail to realize, that past or future doesn't exist anywhere except in our mind. The past didn't happen in the past, it happened when it was the now. The future will not happen in the future, it will happen when it becomes the now. So, flow, stay here and ask yourself this. What problem do you have right now? No, not in 5 minutes, not in 1 hour, not tomorrow when your mother-in-law visiting. Oh, I'm talking about alcohol. But it's right here and right now. Because if you really take the time to look, there's no problem, and you safe, you are sound, and you are sharing a beautiful moment with incredible people. So the peace you're definitely looking for is already here now, but you just keep living it. So stay, be present. And being present does not mean meditating for hours. It does not mean silencing every thought. It does not mean emptying your mind. It's only mean one thing, the intention to pay attention. Attention to what's right here and what's right now. The moment you do that, flow begins to return for you. Last, but definitely not least, fundamental shift number 3, choosing love over fear. Now, probably one of the most difficult things for a high performer like us to admit is that most of success has been built upon fear. Fear of failure, fear of insignificance, fear of not being enough. But here's the tricky thing. Fear works. After all, it got us this far. But we have to realize what God is here will not get us there. Matter of fact, what God is here might cause to crash and burn. Because fear only comes with a cost. Fear keeps the body tightened, the nervous system activated. It contracts our flow. So I'll show you exactly how a block of anxiety forms in real life. Let's say after this event, you went home and you applied exactly everything the Paul teach you, and now you are well on your way to become a highly paid speaker. Then one day, we get invitation. It's your dream job. It's your dream stage. It's your biggest audience yet. At the beginning, you overboard excited. You open for flow. But then suddenly a thought appears in your mind. What if I freeze up there today? What if they don't like me? What if I trip? What if I'm not good enough? Suddenly you feel your muscles all tighten up, your heart starts racing, your flow contracting. And instead of these thoughts just flowing through like any other one, they get stuck. And then the next one comes, and before you know it, you are completely blocked from flow, or full-blown anxiety. Want to know the quickest remedy for this? Love. Because remember, while fear contracts, love expands. So instead of worrying so much about performing, focus on serving. Instead of asking, what if they don't like me? Start asking, how can I best serve the audience today? What impacts would I like to create? What will I say, knowing that it can completely change one person's life? And you keep doing that, you notice your shoulder drop, your breathing slow, your body relax, and suddenly you're back in flow. Just like that. That is love in action. So, and to love, his biggest misconception, you do not have to be in a good mood first to love. Yes, I know you think that. To love, you only need the intention to love. The intention to choose service over performance, compassion over judgment, unity over separation, and forgiveness over resentment. So choose love. Because God works in mysterious way. And you might just be his miracle for somebody today. So, to you, my friend, my fellow high performer, my fellow leader, I really hope that today I've shifted something inside you. And that I give you the exact fundamental you need to not chase flow, but return to it. So I would like to just leave you with one final reminder. This is for when time gets tough, and trust me it will. For when the pressure mounts, and it does. For when you forget who you are beneath the accomplishment, simply remember, be water, my friend. My name is E.R.A, and it's an absolute honor to be here and become the soul with you today. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's give Eddie another big hand clap. Let's get a photo. Let's get a photo, Eddie. Let's get a photo. This was it Dallas?
Yes, Dallas.
Dallas, Eddie stood in the crowd and I said, is there anybody here that has never spoke on stage before?
Yes.
And he came up and spoke. Now he is like a corporate speaker. Like he is amazing. I mean, it's just like it. Just incredible. So proud of you, Eddie. Proud of you, man. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Let's give Eddie another big hand clap. Wow, I tell you.